smile.
Rick, did you think the Alabama game affected you guys at all tonight, or was that behind you?
You know, that's a good, I don't know. I thought, well, one thing definitely was different. We played much harder defensively. We gave ourselves a chance defensively. We really had a chance to stretch it out a few times, and really guard play wasn't very good. We needed to do something with it. I mean, I look at, we shot 24 threes tonight, and Grant was 7 for 10, and Admiral was 6 for 9, and they played pretty much inside. They should have touched the ball a lot more than they did. And but I thought when we had chances to really get the game going and get really total control of it, which we were close to having a couple of times, just poor guard play, turnovers and tough shots that we didn't have to take. And but defensively, we were a much better team tonight than we were at Alabama.
Coach, you guys have been one of the better three-point shooting teams across the SEC for much of the year. Tonight you outscored them 30 to 20 in the paint. My question is, do you feel you're a better team when you're flowing inside or when shots falling from the outside?
Oh, no doubt we play inside out. No doubt. I just got to get our guards after 25 games to know that. Because and the reason they have some looks at it is because people know we want to throw it in there. But still, you've got to work. That's just understanding how to play games. But again, I thought Admiral Schofield showed a lot of poise at the end of the game because he realized that Grant was able to do some work down there, and that they weren't perfect. But you can't be dribbling the ball out of bounds and going inside, trying to up and under when you got guys standing wide open, and driving baseline when Grant had a guy sealed, and throwing it out of bounds. I mean, throwing it into the stands. I mean, it was just we didn't have a very good night from our guards.
Coach, not to point out something critical, you're sort of talking about this 3 games in a row, you've had more turnovers than assists, you managed to win 2 of them. Just what do you see and kind of consistent from that?
Well, I see that we've got to get better, and I think that this time of year, I've told you guys before, your defense gets the lead for you, and it did tonight. I mean, we fouled way too much in the first half. I mean, we were undisciplined. I mean, that's what bothers me, and whether it's undisciplined or still immature, going for steals, let guys just, go for a steal, don't hustle back in and shoot a 3, fouling, and we knew that the game would turn into some one-on-one. If we ran our defense the way we wanted to, or they were going to have to, deck it and go make some plays, and I didn't think overall our guards were great at it. We had some good stuff, but again, I still look at it. They shot 48% in the second half. Now, a lot of that had to do with poor offense, giving them a chance to get out in the open court, go down and get layups, and just because of poor offense. And like I said, your defense gets the lead, your offense has to keep it, and when we had the lead, our offense is what failed us.
After James Daniels dribbles out of bounds right there, why do you keep them in late in the game, or is it just
defensively, more defensively, and at that point in time, I think guys have a little bit of rhythm there, but in hindsight, probably shouldn't have. Just as a matter. I mean, look at his line. Even the 3 he hit, the only one he hit wasn't a good shot. It went in. I mean, we just scored on Grant Williams inside, and we ran the same play. He was wide open again, and he didn't execute the play. And better that it went in.
Steve, then Mike, then David.
Frank was just saying that your team reminds him of his team from last year that made the Final Four. What's your reaction when you hear him making those comparisons?
Well, I love Frank, and he's a great coach, and we have competed long and hard for a long time, and we're very similar in the way we want to play basketball, and we're going to be in ugly games. We know that. You look at his team a year ago; they played arguably harder than any team in college basketball, and I think that's why the country fell in love with them. And but at times they struggled to score, but their defense and their grit kept them in games. Going back a little bit to Rob's question about turnovers. I mean, if you're fighting hard on the defensive end, you don't let up. Sooner or later, your defense can win for you. And it won tonight because I'm telling you, our offense was good, and even though they shot 48%, and when we needed to get some stops, we did.
Rick, you consistently brought up poor guard play after the past few games. What needs to change, and is that a concern getting this late in the season?
Yes, after 25 games, you don't want to see, I mean, you got a fifth-year guy in college, you got, our guards have played enough. Lamonte Turner's been around 3 years. Jordan Bone, and, even though he wasn't out there that much, but Jordan had 4 assists. But what we need to run, and that's where, and the best thing that Jordan Bone does is run, and I don't know why he doesn't do that all the time. I mean, that's when he's at his best, when he's getting the ball down the floor. But when changed up things on him, he struggles a little bit. But he'll get better with it. I mean, I still go back. He's, he didn't get a full year last year, but he's played enough now that by now he's closer to being a junior really. But not just, I mean, it wasn't just him. As a group, if you add it all up, he had 15 turnovers. James Daniel had 4. Lamonte Turner had 2. Bowden's basically a guard, had 1. So that's, how many is that? 7 of the 15. And Derek had 2, had 2 team turnovers. But, it's when they turn it over. And then they go 1 for 6, 3 for 6, and 4 for 12. And they have, 1 for 3. But tonight was a night we should have had the field playing inside out. There's no question. We kept talking about it during the timeout, but we didn't do it. But I think you got to give South Carolina credit because I think they pressured the ball hard, and you got to be poised enough when you're being pressured to know what you're looking for and not allow yourself to be run out of what you're trying to do. And so again, you got to give South Carolina credit for it.
Rick was wondering maybe what kept Kyle from getting back on track tonight.
I think he was ready to start with. I think he was ready. Then again, when they went zone, we felt like we wanted to get more offense out there, and that was the reason that we went with. Abner's a really good passer, and he's not afraid to make tough pass. And he sat for a while, and then again, we just felt like Admiral and Grant were locked in. I thought both of those guys were really locked in tonight. They played too many minutes, but a lot of it had to do with the zone slowed us down a little bit, and I thought Admiral. One of the, not the last move Grant made, but the one before, he looked tired, didn't try to make a play to the basket, just turned and threw it up there really. But it's conference, and it's going to be tough. I mean, every game. I love to win every game by whatever we could, but South Carolina's got. They're too well coached. They're not ever going to quit ever, and they're capable of making shots. And we actually didn't even execute the last play of the game. We were wanting to foul, and it's hard to get guys to do it, but that's what we did at Kentucky, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Our guys had a chance to do it, but they didn't. And it's just, again, we still got to get better. That's where we're areas where we can continue to improve.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.